and welcome back to The Wave. My name is Ryan.
And I'm Trey. I cannot believe we only have 2 episodes of this season left.
Me either, but I know we're so excited to introduce you to our guest this week.
Before we go any further, let's meet Lenox Hills.
My name is Kyle Swenson, and I play the drums.
I'm Luke Mullen, and I sing and play guitar.
And I'm Cameron, and I play the bass.
Growing up, when we were like really little, we probably went through about like 5 different bands, just random bands that we made that we didn't even know how to play instruments. And we were just like, yeah, we're in a band. We were in like 4th grade. Around high school, Luke picked up like a guitar, and his brother kind of always played guitar. I had a drum set for a bit, and so I just like dabble with that, and we were finally like, we should actually take this seriously and try to write like some music. And kind of can't stop now.
We did a music festival last year on my birthday. It was like our first major music festival gig. Riverbend in our hometown of Chattanooga. And it was really cool.
We got an opening slot for the weeks at the Brooklyn Bowl.
That was good.
Probably like a couple months ago. That one was very dreamy. That was a cool space.
I don't know. I guess it'd be nice to get on with a record label. I think that's all what our goal is.
I think the main goal is to just kind of keep improving on everything we've done and keep moving forward, pushing the envelope. Just trying to be the best band we can be, you know.
I'm so excited to see their performance.
Me too, but before that, let's get you up to date on this week's music news.
Orville Peck is proving that you can't keep the LGBT community down. Peck is an openly gay country artist and LGBT activist who's made strides in the country music scene for other queer artists. He announced the Bronco Tour in support of his latest album, as well as in the wake of the current political climate. The 11-city tour kicks off in New York on June 20th and concludes in New Mexico on August 10th. We admire his activism and wish him all the best on his upcoming tour.
Are you looking for a music festival this fall? Go ahead and book your calendars and book travel plans for September 30th. All Things Go Music Festival just announced the lineup for this year's festival in Columbia, Maryland, just 30 minutes outside of Baltimore. This year's festival features headliners like Lana Del Rey, Boy Genius, Maggie Rogers, and some personal favorites like Lizzie McAlpine, Dayglow, and Biba Doobie. The festival will return to Merriweather Post Pavilion for the 2-day event on September 30th and October 1st. To see the full lineup and purchase tickets, visit allthingsgofestival.com.
Country music legend Winona Judd is gearing up to release her documentary, Winona Judd Between Hell and Hallelujah, on Paramount+. The documentary, which premieres today, April 26th, will give fans a behind-the-scenes look as Winona deals with her mother's passing and embarks on a new tour. On April 29th, CMT will release The Judds' Love is Alive, the final concert, which was performed and filmed right here on MTSU's campus at the Murphy Center. We're excited to see Winona Judd doing so well, and we wish her the best. That's it for this week's music news.
We'll be right back with Lenox Hills after the break.
And we're back here with Lenox Hills.
Thank you guys so much for sitting down with us today.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you guys here.
Thanks for having us.
So we watched the Meet the Artist segment in the beginning of the episode, and we learned that you guys kind of grew up together, and that's a little bit about your backstory as a band. So I'd love to know more about the connection and how that comes out in your music.
Yeah, so Packy and I are brothers. He's my big brother, and Cameron right here, he lived up the street, and Kyle was our next door neighbor, literally since we were like 2-3 years old. So kind of grew up like trying to start bands together. We were terrible. And then like kind of late high school, early college, got into like trying to really pursue music. And I don't know, I think the way it kind of comes out in our music is really just because we've known each other for so long. We have just really tight chemistry, and we were really bad musicians. I can't emphasize that enough. When we started, we were terrible. And I think we've really grown together, like our sound and our dynamics and stuff. Like it's just really been created from the ground up, like together. So I think that's kind of how we have like such a distinct sound and style to our music.
You said your first time performing together, you guys were really bad. Can you try and remember, like, take me back to that first time you guys performed together. Do you remember
gosh.
all the good, the bad, the ugly?
Like at JJ's.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Literally, we got
We were like,
banned from the venue because we were
What?
like 18.
we were super excited, and
Yeah.
we just thought we were cooler than we were,
Yeah.
and it just wasn't a recipe for success at
Yeah.
the time. We
Played really bad, and then
but we thought we were really hot stuff, and it was I don't know. Looking back, it's cringeworthy, but I'm glad we had that experience.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
grown from
it's
that.
it's
For
so
sure.
funny to look back now,
Yeah.
but
It's funny because like our first show, we got banned, so it was like we didn't have anywhere else to play.
yeah, I was the only
And we
venue
didn't
in
know.
town.
We were like, what?
they
It's
told us,
awful.
they're like, you're never gonna play this town again. We were like,
Yeah,
yeah, we will. We were
Yeah.
so mad, but it was completely our fault. I don't know why we were so frustrated.
it was. But
Well,
it was
that's
good
okay.
times.
yeah, and we didn't play well either. If that's
It's
what
a
you're
story
wondering.
to
It was-
tell, so.
Right.
yeah. That's funny. I haven't been asked about that in a while. That's kind of funny.
It's
Well,
nice.
kind of going off that, but transitioning to the growing side of things. I know that you guys have really made it in like the Chattanooga music scene, playing Riverbend and at the Signal. What has that been like, especially being your hometown?
It's been great. I mean, kind of need somewhere to cut our teeth and try and get better. And Chattanooga was a good spot for us. It's where we went to college and grew up, and so we kind of, we started from nothing and really just played around town and grew from that, got better, but also kind of built a fan base there. And I think it would have been nice to maybe come to like Nashville and when we were young and like try and do it here when we were 18, but we really just never anticipated like actually pursuing being a band. We kind of started it for fun, and we just kind of fell into it.
Yeah, and Riverbend, we grew up just going as like little kids, and that was like a dream come true. Just playing there on the river stage right there is
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
It's also Luke's birthday that day.
Yeah.
It was like the best birthday present.
Oh,
I
fun.
set it up that way because they were like booking it, and they were like, "What day do you want to play?" I was like, "Let's do the 5th, June 5th,"
No, yeah, that's awesome.
so it worked
I
out.
love that.
So you guys were like self-taught?
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
Sort of.
yeah, you
I
were
played
like,
in band in high school and jazz band and stuff, but like it was one of those things where I was kind of like forced to do it my senior year. The band director was like, "Oh, you've been taking music theory for 3 years. You're not allowed to this year. You have to play in pep band and jazz band and concert band." And I was like, "All right, fine. My hands are tied." Other than that,
none of us had a background really at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the two of us literally didn't know how to play instruments when we like decided to start the band. It
Oh.
was kind of crazy. Like, kind of did. Like, I was learning how to play, and he was just like, "I want to be in a band." So we're like,
So
"We
I
need a
just-
bassist. Can
You
you?"
wanna be the
He's
cool
like, "If
band
you buy a
guy."
bass tomorrow, well, like, you can be in the band." Because he's our buddy too, so we wanted him to, and he bought a bass the next day, and we were like, "I guess
That's
Cameron."
dedication right there.
Yeah, I mean,
I just like the sound of
He
what
started
they
on-
were putting out back then, and it wasn't even anything like it is now. But yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think it was about music that really like drew y'all into pursuing that together?
I don't know. I think we just always gravitated towards music, and we always felt creative, and like we had to constantly be creative in some way, and it happened pretty organically. We just love being around each other.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing. We just want to create the best music we can, be the best band we can be, and do it with the people that we love.
Yeah.
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 It's a way for us to kind of express ourselves. But I remember I kind of started writing, like, just trying to write with how little I knew how to play, like, before we started the band. Then Packy and I kind of started writing together. And I just remember, like, I was able to express what I was trying to say even more because it was a collaborative effort, and obviously being brothers, kind of have that connection as well. And then Kyle came in and we built a chemistry there, and it's really kind of, we always wanted to be able to express ourselves creatively, but like when you're doing it with your best friends, I think it's just a really special thing. And it's obviously we've been trying to do it for this long for a reason, because we just love to work together, and really proud of the stuff we're coming up with, and
Yeah.
hopefully we get to continue to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I
And
think it's great. You guys really found your creative outlet.
Yeah,
I mean, you
for
guys
sure.
sound great, so I
Thank
think
you.
y'all did good.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
So thank you guys so much for sitting down with us today and being on the show. Where can everyone find you on social media?
Yeah, so like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, it's all just Lenox Hills Band. our website's LenoxHillsBand.com, and our band is Lenox Hills. So, yeah, Spotify and Apple Music. A lot of people think it's two N's too. It's Lenox.
Okay.
That is very common. Like, I always get emails saying like Lenox. I'm just like, gosh, like it says it in the email like Linux, like with one N. But anywho, that's a topic for another day, I guess.
You got it. Linux with one N.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you
We'll be
for
right back with
having us.
Lenox Hills performance after the break.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Wave.
We'll see you next week for our season 6 finale. To close out this week's episode, Lenox
Lenox
Hills.
Wanna see you when it's after dark. I wanna hang out in the back of your beating car. Couldn't believe it when you walked out front, 'cause everybody knows you're next to no one. Time cost a thing when you pull me out your string. The phrases are the lines I put them out for you. Don't you feel it too? Will I be shining the light? And I'll be lightning strike. Are you waiting for this to start? It's enough to stay this for a dream. Please don't release me. I'd rather sit in jail. If you're in hell, I'd follow you down there. Someone shocked me. Would you pinch my arm? I turned around and looked, but now you're gone. Time cost a thing when you pull you on the string. All the bull, all the lies, how they spilled them out for you. Don't you see it too? Will I be shining the light? And I'll be lightning strike. Were you waiting for this to start? It's enough to stay this for a dream. Don't you give me up, give me some